Hello, you hardcores out there, how you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner. The biggest gob in sport. Yeah, you know, don't you? That's why you're watching. I've got all your attention now, haven't I? All you laminate holders who are filling your nappies, wondering if I'm going to set about you for all knackers that you chat on social media. Hot, hot, man. Having the time of my life this week. Big shout out to South Yorkshire Autos next door. Thank you very much for giving me a car. Don't need to go buy one now, do I? But I'd buy that off you if you offer me a deal on it. So I don't like to, I'm not a techer really, and you know, I like to have stuff for myself. But when you're coming back to me in 9 months, going, oh, we've got to buy it for it. So sort me a price out. I want looking after Ash. Ash the Flash. See old horsecock just pops up, hasn't he? Old Johnny Horsecock Nelson. Johnny. You know, I'm Team Johnny at the moment. I didn't used to be, did I, Johnny? Do you know why? Because you were hanging out the back of Matchroom. Yeah. For over 10 years, more in fact. And I mean literally hanging out the back of them. Do you remember all your comments? Takam. He's like George Foreman and Evander Holyfield rolled into one. Do you remember that, Johnny? Do I need to remind you on it? Should we get it popped up on channel Pop Pop Bang? What about Usyk? Hey? Tony Bellew is better technical than Usyk. Tony Bellew, the man that never took a belt off a champion, is better than Usyk. European gold, World Championship gold, Olympic gold, undisputed at cruiserweight, cleaned up, unified at heavyweight, got 5 of the 6 belts. Fury won't fight him. But Tony the Bell End, Bellew, he's better technically than Usyk, who is like Mozart. You used to come out with stuff like that in fight week, didn't you? Because you was told to do that. You were. A lot of people are buying into this new horsecock attitude towards boxing. And I am nearly. I'm Team Horsecock at the moment, but you sold your soul for over 10 years, Horsecock. You did. You pimped your ass out for over 10 years. You're a grown man in your 50s, behaving like that, being told what to do for a weekly wage to keep your lifestyle how you wanted to keep it. You sold your soul. You know, when you look in the mirror, Johnny, Horsecock Nelson, what do you see when you look back? You see somebody that's a sellout. Hey, there. Keep it up though, how are you behaving at the moment? Because I like it. I like the new Horsecock. You know, I like it. Now, it goes to show that you were just trying to court favours from Matchroom, in my opinion. Oh, yes. And the stuff that you get off the back of it, MC work and bits of this and bits of that, it's all very good in it and get invited everywhere. But the truth is, you sold your soul. And I don't know if you can be trusted 100%. I don't. Richard Tower once said to me, we had a chat once, and he said, we were going on about life in general and people that we met in prison and this and that. And he always said to me this, any man that sleeps about behind his wife's back ain't to be trusted. And I said, why is that? And he said, well, if he can do that to his wife, who are his mates? Read into that what you want to read into it, Horsecock. But you sold your soul out to Matchroom and you've got a lot of making up to do to get in my good books. All right. Because you're an easy rinse, you. Easy. Easy. But hey ho, but you piped up going on about how Wilder and Joshua isn't going to happen next. That is good. Because that's the truth, isn't it? You know the mindset of them. Because you've worked with them, haven't you? Right. You'll have been in hundreds of meetings with them about what they're going to do next and who they're going to, what route they're going to plot for certain fighters. You know your boxing. You're the next world champion. Same as Tony Bellew. He knows his boxing. But he's sold his soul, hasn't he? There's no pulling him back from the brink now, is there? But you, Horsecock, you can save your neck with hardcore boxing fans. Yeah, because you know when all these casuals have gone and they're dropping like flies, you're just going to be left with us. But who's going to believe a word you say if you'd have carried on like you used to be? Nobody would believe you, would they? They go, not Johnny Nelson again. Oh, he's piping up again. You know how it could be an hard fight for AJ and that, you know, against Dominic Brazil. You remember that one, don't you? When you were going, he's bigger than AJ. He's undefeated and he's taller, he's heavier, and he can punch. You know, he's from a tough background. You know, but what did it for me when you were going on about Eric Molina? Horsecock, you know, when you start coming out with words like, he's rough and tough, and he's ready, and he's up for it, and he's durable, and he's seasoned. When you come out with stuff like that, Horsecock, I usually back other guy. All right. Why not just come out and tell the truth and say, look, AJ's going to blow this guy away. You couldn't do that, could you? You had to play good cop, bad cop with other people. We all know what goes on. We know. We know what goes on. With them scripts and that, before fight starts, on them all. Everybody plays the little role, so why don't you all just come out and just play your own roles? Instead of chatting a load of knackers, misleading fans for a weekly wage. You're the type of guy, Horsecock, that if it had been at miners strike, you would have been a scabbing strike, you. You'd go, oh, I've got to put steam on table for my family. And I can understand that. But it was a bit different at miners strike, wasn't it? Because everybody pulled together. Nobody had to pay any bills. They let everybody, all the bills ride up. The government, didn't they? And everybody mucked in, didn't they? To get by for that year. You wouldn't have been one of them guys. You'd have been like that Nottingham lot, wouldn't you? You'd have been a scab. And I'd have been there, 13-year-old, throwing bricks at coaches you went by. Yeah, I were one of them. Yeah. That's what you would have been, a scabbing strike. Man in the mirror moment. Sold your soul for over 10 years. But, like I said, you can make it up to us. And yeah, Joshua is a big stiff. But you didn't put it in words like that, did you? The guy's frightened to death, right? So stop trying to go in on him and then give him a backhanded compliment. Just talk how you talk to your mates about it. That's all you've got to say. Just talk how you talk to your mates and come out with things like, he's finished. Can't pull trigger. That's all you've got to say. Instead of skirting around it. He's tied to Matchroom for life now. So they're never coming back to Sky. So, unbelievable. I heard Terry Chappendama bigging you up on Terry's Tape, episode 36. And my words exactly, but a lot of making up to do. A lot of making up to do. All right? Horsecock. You're not to be trusted. You sell your soul for £1 note. All right? Come down here and sit here. I'll have an interview with you. You can sit here and we'll do a Zoom. And I'll write 10 questions out. And I'll put it on you. And I'll have evidence on here in interviews. You're not going to do that, are you? Because you people, you say one thing one day and then another thing next. And now look at state of boxing. Like KSI and Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Callum Sowell and your pal. It's me pal. It's me pal. There's no pals in boxing. There's pound notes. Even for you. You were fetched up at Ingle Gym. You're not stupid. You were fetched up by the master. Yeah. No flies. There's no flies on any of that lot in that gym, is there? Look who they've spawned. All of them from that gym. They're all at it. Liars, charlatans, and vagabonds. A lot of them up there. Sell your souls, a lot of yous. But you're getting in my good books, Johnny. You're getting in my good books. But for how much longer? Before you sell your soul again. Hey? Oh. Go on, pop, pop, bang, horse cock. Peace out.